So large number of young people from Gen Z have very low expectations of future growth. And this is happening at a time when, ironically, they have a lot of faith in India's economic growth potential. Yet, this is not to say that Gen Z does not want to buy assets. In fact, studies show that most in this group want to own their own homes. And those who can are actually buying homes earlier than previous generations did. Yet, a majority have had to postpone their decisions to buy a house because they're no longer confident that they can pay the EMIs that would come along with home loans. This is why Gen Z is most likely to prefer renting over buying compared to what millennials preferred when they were at that age. There's yet another paradox here. Gen Z folks prefer big 3 and 4 BHK apartments as their first home. This is unlike their parents' generation who bought smaller apartments initially, then sold those apartments, added some more of their savings which they had built up over the years to then move to a bigger house later. So a Gen Z person is not interested in saving a small amount to buy a small house somewhere far away from the city center. For them, it is a big house or nothing. This is all of a piece of how Gen Z folks spend their money. They are willing to spend 20K on a pair of sneakers, drop a lakh on the latest smartphone, or even empty out their bank to splurge on a foreign holiday. But they won't save that money to pay for an EMI for a small home. It is not worth their while. It is now easy to blame them for this, and you will hear older folks doing it all the time, saying things like, this generation wastes money, they want the best before they can actually afford it. How in their time they started off with cheaper things and slowly graduated to better quality stuff as they earn more. How they always prioritized saving and building assets over spending on things and experiences that give temporary pleasure. Yet older people like me forget that our kids were born into a better standard of living than we were. They're used to many more comforts, much better quality products than we were. We cannot expect them to suddenly downgrade and slum it out all of a sudden.